I have come for my son.
He's not yours to take.
EWTN's new docudrama, Speak of the Devil, Spiritual Warfare, was recently presented at the Vatican's Filmoteca. The film retells the parable of the Prodigal Son through the lens of a medieval family, relating the journey of the youngest son as he moves from obedient and embracing the faith to falling prey to the influence of negative people and getting drawn into sin and rebellion.
You're next. Oh, no! I need to go home. That's enough for me.
Come on, Paul. Stay for another.
The film's reenactments are interspersed with commentary and analysis from experts on spiritual warfare, who explain what's happening during the story on a supernatural level and point out what weapons Catholics have in our battle against the evil one. Present at the film screening was EWTN Ireland CEO Aidan Gallagher, who shared the genesis of the film.
When we were setting out to create the film some time back, we figured that life has become so busy for lots of people throughout the world, even particularly during the pandemic when things were locked down, that we were encouraging people just to take some time in their busy days to invite God into their life.
After the docudrama screening, we sought initial reactions to the film.
I thought it's a beautiful film, and it puts it within a context that's very interesting for many people to really look at the prodigal son, and especially the moment of conversion. Yeah, I mean it's a beautifully done film. It
also stood out to me the kind of linking between the actual the story itself being timeless, insofar as yes, it was set in a medieval Ireland, but it was also made relevant to today in our everyday journey of faith by the contribution of so many people. I particularly enjoyed the way we were accompanied throughout the actual story by men and of the church who had a great formation and being able to reach out to people at all levels of their faith preparation, because I think a lot of the time people take for granted that people are educated in the various aspects of the virtues and the vices. Perhaps once a time that was the case, but I think in today's secular society sometimes we need our memories refreshed a little in this area.
We spoke with Father Owen Gorman on the message of the film, what tools we need for spiritual warfare, and what we can still learn today from the parable of the prodigal son.
In this film, it takes the parable of the prodigal son and looks at it within the context of the spiritual warfare that is part of the Christian life. And in the heart of the prodigal son, we see the warfare. He is living at home with his family, but there is this desire for the world and the things of the world. So he asks for his father's the inheritance that would come to him, and then he spends it on the things of the world. So the devil kind of wins that battle within his soul and draws him away from the communion of the family and the love that is there. I hope audience get out of this film a great message of hope, because listen, you know, the spiritual battle is within all of our families. The parable of the prodigal son puts before us a family at war. The young man was at war within himself. The older brother was then at war with the younger lad. And the father himself was trying to keep the whole family together. And the dividing line is faith in Christ. And but this message is a great message of hope, because the father never gave up on his son.